YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Kabongo from Elianda, and it's been a while. It definitely has been a while since I've posted on this channel. For all the new people that are watching this video and don't know who I am, my name is Kabongo. I'm the one that runs this channel. I also have a clothing brand. The name of the clothing brand is called Elianda, which I actually got one of the pieces from my clothing brand right here. Got an unreleased shirt, which the back looks like this. Y'all can see that. Yep. So, let's get straight into this video. So this is the first time I have ever actually filmed a podcast episode by myself. Yep. This is the first episode I have ever done where it's just me. Let me fix y'all so y'all can see a bit better. But in today's video, I'll be just talking about being patient and waiting on God, which is something that lately I've been feeling like I've been struggling with, to be honest. I don't know about you guys, but just, just being patient in God and just really just waiting on Him is something that I feel like I've been just struggling with. So let's get straight into the video. Boom. Yeah, man. I don't know. It feels so weird, like filming by myself. Like I usually, every single time I film a podcast episode, usually I always have somebody else with me. But not having nobody with me, I don't know, it feels kind of weird. But boom, let's talk about it, man. But with all the episodes that I film on this channel, I usually always try to tie it back to scripture. And the verse that I'm going to be talking about is really Romans 12, verse 12, which I've been reading Romans for the past month, just trying to really dive deeper into Romans. Romans has a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom that I feel like could help a lot of different people who are going through different things. And with Romans 12:12 talking, it says, "Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer, contribute to the needs of the saints, and seek to show hospitality." That's fire, bro. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a very impatient person. Like, when I want something, I want it now. Like, I know I was watching in the past Pastor Mike Todd. I don't know, a few of you guys might know who he is. He was speaking about the different kinds of faith. He spoke about one that I truly believe that I had. He talked about microwave faith and crockpot faith. And he said microwave faith is faith that, hey, God, I asked you yesterday, where is it? And then he talked about having crockpot faith, which was, hey, God, I know this is going to take a while, but I am willing to wait. And lately I've been catching myself having microwave faith, where it's like, God, I asked you a few days ago, where is it at? And, with that, it's kind of like, it's telling God and showing God, like, hey, He really doesn't trust me. Because when you try to rush God's plan and you try to rush God's process, you end up getting something that you were never meant to get. And it's usually something that the enemy wanted for you to get and God didn't want you to get. And with that, it's just like, I've just been catching myself trying to rush God in all areas of my life. From finding a spouse, which I'm at the age now where I guess in certain people's eyes in the world, you could say, oh, yeah, I'm an adult. And yes, as an adult, marriage is something that's very important. And finding your companion and your equal other is extremely important. I mean, look at the way that God made Adam and Eve. He said that it's not right that man should be alone. And with him saying that, I feel like a lot of people can get that misconstrued and be like, okay, because God said that man shouldn't be alone, I should try to rush into a relationship, or I should try to rush into something that I was never meant to be in, or I should rush into getting something that I was never meant to have at this point in my life. And truly, I feel as if that's where I've been lately. I've been trying to rush God so much that I'm acquiring things, but they were never meant for me to have them at such a stage in my life. And I've been seeing it more and more that I truly am an impatient person. And maybe in the past I might have prayed that prayer like, hey God, I'm praying for patience. Because, when you ask God for patience, He's not going to give you patience itself. He's going to put you in different situations that are going to test your patience so that you may grow in that area of your life. And maybe I might have asked God in the past, hey God, I'm praying for patience in my life. And then now what is He doing? He's putting me through these things so that I can learn patience. And, you know, growth is so uncomfortable. Dog, growth is so uncomfortable. Like, dog, this episode, to be honest, I know I said that I'm gonna be talking about patience, but I'm really just gonna vent to you guys. Really, like, I don't even know what I'm gonna name this episode. I might just call it venting with Kabongo. Like, but yeah, like, I've been just learning that real growth is so uncomfortable, dog. Like, if you truly want to grow, it's not gonna be comfortable. Like, God is gonna put you through different situations that are gonna stretch you thin and stretch you in certain ways that you are like, God, I don't want to do this. But it's in that feeling of, God, I don't want to do this, that you grow the most. You might feel as if, man, I could grow in a place where I'm comfortable, but truly you will never grow until you've gone to a place where you've never been and encountered situations that you've never encountered before. And like I said, real growth is very uncomfortable. So if you feel like you're growing and you're not in a season of uncomfort or hurt, I don't think you're hurt. I don't think you're growing, to be honest. Real growth, you will know you're growing when you're in a situation where you're all like, oh my goodness, I can't do this alone. That's when you know you're growing. Because obviously, God didn't put us on this planet to do things alone. He put us on this planet so that we could always rely on Him and be fully dependent on Him. And even with that, I catch myself at times not being dependent on God and feeling as if I could do it all by myself. But truly, that's all the works of the enemy. The enemy wants you to feel like, hey, you could do it all alone. Like, hey, like that God thing, forget about it. You got this. But truly, you were put on this planet to be fully dependent on God. And then I was watching today, I was watching this sermon by Francis Chan. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's a pastor, and he was talking to he changed my perspective on how we should look at just the media, really, just media, social media in general. For me, it changed my perspective. He said Jesus never wanted to be seen. Like, Jesus never wanted the clout. Jesus never wanted the fame. He said, if you read scripture and just read about Jesus and read about all the encounters that Jesus had, Jesus never ran to the crowd. Jesus ran away from the crowd. In every single instance, Jesus ran away from the crowd. And it just had me thinking, like, he's right. And then he spoke about Mother Teresa, which was a person that never intended to become well known or a household name, but through God, so many people know her. You guys probably even know her as well. But her plans were never to be, oh my goodness, I want to be known by a lot of people and I want to just do what I'm doing on a larger scale. That was never her goal or her plan. God just realized, hey, there's something different about you. I'm going to make sure a lot of people know your story and know that you're glorifying me. And it's beautiful too. I'm going to move you guys this way. And it's beautiful too when you can just understand that God's working in ways that you don't even understand. Like, for me, a person that always wants to do things on their own, just surrendering itself is extremely hard. And there's going to be different people in life and that are going to be like, bro, surrendering is such an easy thing. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Surrendering is not easy at all. If anything, surrendering everything to Jesus is one of the hardest things ever. And you might be like, bro, aren't you a follower of Christ? How can you say that? How can you just get on here and just be like, surrendering is such a hard thing? Because I'm being honest with you guys. Surrendering everything to Christ is such a hard thing. Surrendering is pretty much telling Jesus, hey, Jesus, I'm letting you have all this. I'm letting you have full control. And for me, someone who's a freaking control freak, that is so hard. But I've been seeing it more and more that when I do surrender everything to Jesus, He works wonders in my life. Wonders that I never even expected. I don't know about you guys who are watching this video, but though surrendering is hard, when we do surrender everything to God, everything does become easier. Not I'm not saying that things become so much easier that all the problems in your life disappear. But I'm saying that those problems don't seem as big anymore. It might have seemed like a big 20-foot hurdle without God, but with God, it seems like a little tiny puddle. Growing up is something that I always looked forward to, but growing up requires for you to grow apart from a lot of things. And when I say that, I'm saying that in a way to where I want you guys to understand that with you growing up, let me spit my gum out. But listen, with you growing up, it's gonna require you to grow apart from a lot of things. If that be habits that been holding you back, if that be people, if that be situations, whatever it is, growing up is gonna require you to grow apart from a lot of things. And the thing that's been really like kind of like sad in a sense is I've been catching myself growing apart from people that I grew up with and were like, hey man, we're gonna be close friends forever. And that's that mindset of being young. You just feel as if things last forever. And they really don't. Things don't last forever in this world. That's the crazy part about it. Things just don't last forever. Like, we live in a temporary world where things could be here today, but they could be gone tomorrow. And with it being like that, it's real easy to forget that, hey, I need to make this moment count. And with you growing apart from people, you just have to understand that for you to grow, you have to grow apart from certain people. If that be old friends, if that be companions, sometimes it could even be family. As you grow and you mature, you'll start to see certain things that you never realized when you were younger, and that's just because you were young at the time. But as you grow and you mature, your eyes start to open to certain things. Like, okay, there's certain qualities about you that I do not want to inherit, because with me being around certain people, I understand now that, hey, I'm gonna pick up certain qualities from you. Those qualities could be good or bad. And with me picking up these different qualities, those qualities are now going to either become my habits or my lifestyle. And if I want to grow, I have to leave certain things behind. And if I'm saying that I'm leaving these certain things behind, I just can't be around you anymore. And it's sad because it takes putting up certain barriers in your life and putting up certain barriers for people to understand that, hey, he's on a different path than me. And it's so sad because with 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 life changing and people changing as well, it's like, man, I just wish we could go back to the old days, right? And that's the thing. No one on this planet has a time machine, and no one can just be like, bro, I'm traveling back to 2001. I'm gonna go back to 2001. Nobody has that power, dog. Like, they really don't. But in that growing apart, you have to allow that change to happen. You can't hold on to the past, which is something that I've caught myself doing a lot lately. It's just holding on to the past. And God truly wants us to let go of the past and to forgive people. But if I'm being honest, forgiveness is something that I've struggled with a lot. Like, truly forgiving people is something that I've struggled with a lot in my life. Like even today, I caught myself thinking about a situation that has happened in prior weeks, and I'm just saying myself, man, yes, okay, I can say that I forgave, but I really didn't forget. Like, yes, I can forgive, but I'm not gonna forget. And when you say that, like, yes, you're gonna forgive, but you're not gonna forget, you're holding on to a grudge, and that grudge is gonna show because I don't know where I heard this from. I think it says your your face and body will tell it faster than your words will. Like your body language will show. It's crazy. Like with the things that you're thinking will determine how your body language is. And your body language will show truly how you're feeling. If you don't like somebody, even if you try to convince yourself as hard as you can, but if you truly in your heart do not like this person, your body language will show it. And it'll show it in different situations. If that be you talking to them, you talking about them, it's just your body language will show that. But I just feel as if I just need to get better at that. Just truly letting go of the past and not holding grudges. And it's hard sometimes because sometimes you truly could be in the right. Like you truly could be in the right, like as far as like, hey, it wasn't my fault. But still, as a leader and as a person that a lot of people look up to, it doesn't matter how old you are. There's someone looking up to you. Someone looks up to you. Like, and so with that, it's like you're the only Bible that certain people will read. And so if they see like, oh my goodness, this person says that they're a follower of Christ and they're a Christian, but they just can't forgive. They won't believe in Christ because they're watching your actions and your actions speak otherwise. And it's so hard. Like I'm learning as a leader, like you just gotta let certain things slide. Like you gotta let certain things slide. It's crazy. Like this year, I literally asked God. I was like, God, mold me into a leader. Like turn me into a leader. Like the best version of myself that I could have ever been. You know? And I can genuinely say that God is doing just that. Like He's molding me into the person that He created me to be. But with that, like I said earlier, it's uncomfortable, dog. It's very uncomfortable, you know? Like just being a leader and being someone that people look up to and being someone that is viewed upon as a leader in certain places. You catch yourself at certain times not having anybody to truly talk to about your feelings. And that's another thing that I want to talk about, you know? This episode really is going to be called Venting Session, bro. Like, you know, right now we're in June, and it's Men's Mental Awareness Month, bro. And with Men's Mental Awareness, I truly have realized how horrible my mental health is, bro. Like, my mental health sucks. Like, I truly bottle up a lot of emotions. And with me doing that, it makes it to where I could go off on I could go off on an innocent person who didn't deserve me having to be in that way. Like we as men see vulnerability as a weakness when truly vulnerability is a superpower. When you could be vulnerable to people and truly tell them exactly how you're feeling, people will respect you way more. And like I said, like with me bottling up emotions, it gets to a point where at times I could come off as being passive aggressive. Like obviously I'm not mad at you, but the actions and the things that I'm doing seem passive aggressive. And I'm realizing that I have to talk. I have to talk about these things to people. And if that just means that I gotta just be more open and open up to people, like to people that I trust. And that's another thing, like it's extremely important to talk to people, but it's right that you talk to the right people. Not everybody can handle vulnerability. Some people will try to use it against you, and that's something that you never want to be an encounter of because if you talk to somebody and they end up trying to use that against you, that's gonna put you in a space where you're like you can't even trust anymore because you're all like, bro, how I opened up to this person and all they did was just hurt me. All they did was just misuse the information that I gave them and misuse my vulnerability. And that's something that you don't want to be a part of. You want to be vulnerable to people that you know can handle that vulnerability and people that can truly be there for you. So that's another thing. Make sure that you're being vulnerable to people that can handle your vulnerability and not people that are going to just blaspheme you and just talk about your business to other people. So be careful about who you trust. But yeah, so with me bottling up these emotions, it it's gotten to the point where I catch myself just being angry at the world at certain times and just kind of like I don't care. And anger is it's an emotion that I dislike. You know, I'm a in real life like I'm a happy guy. Like like I love smiling, I love having fun, you know. Anger is one of the emotions that I truly dislike. And I dislike it because when I get angry, I stay angry for a very long time. And some of you guys might be the same way. And with me staying angry for a very long time, it causes me to just be in a rut and in just a mood where it's just like, bro, like I just don't want to talk to nobody. Now I'm angry at innocent people that didn't even have anything to do with the situation of why I'm angry. And that is something that is wrong on me, on my part. I can't be like that. I have to be able to get past situations like that. I have to be able to put certain situations behind me, even if I'm truly angry, just being like, God, I give it all to you. And I'm saying, God, I'm allowing you to take these feelings and these emotions away from me. To take these feelings of anger away. Because God, what will anger truly bring in my life other than hatred? Because anger, what it does is it just builds up in your body, and certain emotions can cause sicknesses. It's like, it's true, like certain emotions can cause sicknesses. And it's anger is one of those emotions where after a while it just builds up in your body, and then it turns into hatred. You don't even understand how, you don't even see at times how hateful you are as an angry person, how hateful you are and how spiteful you are. And then you slowly start to see how people start to just kind of just distance themselves from you because they could just feel the vibe. It's like, bro, I don't want to be around you. You are a hateful person. I could just feel it. And you try to mask it with jokes and just certain things, but people can read through you. Now, I'm not saying everybody can, but certain people can seriously just see straight through you. Like, you can try to lie as much as you want, but the real genuine people, they'll see straight through you. They'll be like, that's a hateful person. I don't want to be around them. Like, you can only fake your emotions for so long until your emotions come out. So you need to find somebody to talk to. What else can I talk to you guys about, vent about? If you've made it this far into this video, comment your name and comment, hey, I'm here with you. For sure. Let me see. Let's just keep talking about leadership a little bit, Apologizing. Let's talk about that, dog. Because I've been catching myself apologizing way more than I ever have. And the reason that is because I'm starting to realize how things that I say affect other people in ways that I never imagined. Like, because my personality is when I first meet you, I might troll you a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, just to see, like, what is this person's personality like. I might genuinely troll you a little bit. I might hit you with the, like, what's that, what, boom, like I might just troll you a little bit. And so with that, I've been seeing that there's not a lot of people like that, you know as I'm getting older now. I'm kind of seeing like, okay, I probably shouldn't come off, that shouldn't be my first encounter with people. It's like, hey, he plays too much. So with me being such a, I guess you could say childish. I don't care. Like, I guess you could say childish. Being such a childish and just playing around way too much type of person, it could come off to certain people like this person is extremely rude and doesn't care about my feelings. And you might be like, bro, come on, bro, you're overthinking it, bro. I swear, people don't think that. But listen, not everybody is wired the way you are. Just because you have certain thoughts and emotions doesn't mean the rest of the world does. Some people are way more sensitive than you. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being sensitive. And that's something that I've been having to learn as well. It's like, you could say like, okay, being sensitive is a bad thing. But I would just say sensitive people are people that are more in tune to their emotions than others. And the more in tune you are to your emotions, the better you are, because you won't allow people to play you out of your place. Because you will understand, like, okay, obviously that person's trying to get me mad, that person's trying to piss me off, or oh my goodness, that person is doing these things to try to get me sad, or because while you're in tune with your emotions, you're calm enough to understand, hey, I can see straight through that person. But yeah, so I've been having to just apologize a bit more than I ever have in this new in this new place that God has taken me. It's just showing me that as a man, you got to put your pride aside and just apologize at at points, because pride truly will destroy relationships, people, and the biggest person it will destroy is your relationship with God. Like pride is something that I've battled with so many times, and now I'm starting to see truly the effects of how it can affect my relationships with people. Like with me being prideful, I can be like, I don't need you. I could do this all on my own. But to be honest, we need other people in this world to do things. Like, let's say for instance, I wanted to become a real estate agent and I had no information about it. And I go up to a broker and I start talking crap to them and I'm like, forget you, bro. I'll never need you. Yes, I will. You know, that's just a little example. Hopefully you guys got what I was talking about. But just be nice to people. And on your first encounters, don't be a meathead. Just greet people. Just say hi. You know, just be kind. Like being kind and just smiling and just saying hi to people and just being genuine will take you so far. That's something else I'm starting to learn. Like just be kind. Don't try to do too much. Cause I feel like I've tried in the past. I've always tried to do too much and just trying to be a people pleaser, which is something I'm trying to get better at. Cause I'm not gonna lie, hey, I'm a people pleaser. I don't know about you guys watching this video. I would say that I'm a people pleaser. Just in the fact that I try my best to make sure that other people are great. You know, other people are doing good, and I might try to do this just to make people look at me this way or certain things like that. But now I'm at the point in my life like I don't care. I really don't care anymore. It's like it's either you're gonna love me or you're gonna hate me. Either way, I'm still gonna sleep at night. You know, I'm gonna be kind and I'm gonna be compassionate to you. But if you hate me from my compassion and you hate me from me and being truly myself, I can't do nothing but love you and just say, hey, I'll keep my distance. You stay safe, okay? And that's another thing you guys should understand. Don't ever try to change yourself for others. Like, don't ever try to change yourself because certain people have certain opinions on you. Just be yourself. Please just be yourself. Like for real, just be yourself, dog. It has taken me 20 years to understand the importance of just being myself. Like when you're yourself, people love you so much more. Way more. Because they understand you're being your authentic self, you're being genuine. People don't like fake. Like for real, people do not like fake. Nobody wants to be around a fake person. Like they want to be around an authentic person. Just be genuine with people and people will love you way more. And also with being genuine, be genuine in your conversations with people. That's something that I've struggled with again. Like I'm a social person. Don't get me wrong. Like I can have a conversation with you and we can have a great conversation. We can have a great conversation and talk about anything, but I've learned that with my conversations, I don't go deep with my conversations. I can have a quick conversation with you where it's like boom boom boom. Okay, I just got to know them on a shallow level. But I suck at trying to get to know people on a deeper level, and that's something that I've been working on. Because to truly make somebody feel valued and to truly make somebody feel as if hey I matter, you have to know them on a deeper level. You have to ask certain questions that make them feel as if okay this person truly and genuinely wants to know about me. People just people want to yap. Exactly what I'm doing on this video right here. People like yapping. And so when you're having conversations with people, like there's a pastor here, his name is John Decker, and he was talking to us about this yesterday. He was telling us like when you're having a conversation with people, your biggest goal should be to make that person feel like the most important person on the planet. And you can't do that with you yapping your gums the whole time. You have to make a decision. Hey, I'm gonna shut up, ask certain questions, open-ended questions, and I'm gonna shut up and listen. And when you do that, people will love you way more because they understand like, hey, this person genuinely wants to get to know me. They're not just here to to ask certain questions to try to just get little pieces of information and leave. No, they genuinely want to get to know me. And when people understand like, okay, this person is a genuine person that truly wants to get to know me, people will respect you way more. So just be genuine in your conversations. And stop asking yes or no questions, bro. If you're trying to get to know people, stop asking yes or no questions. Like, do you like basketball? Yes. Do you like eating cookies? Yes. Do you like Italian food? Yes. No. Like, who is your favorite basketball player? What is your favorite brand of cookies? If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Like, ask open-ended questions. Truly get to know this person. Make this person talk more to you. It's like something that I've, like, with me being a salesman, something that I've overlooked. Like, in a sales pitch, as a salesman, you should not be the one yapping your gums the whole time. It should be the customer talking more than you. And I've overlooked that. It's like, now I'm not saying that the people that I'm having genuine conversations to are customers, but I'm just saying, like, that aspect of, hey, letting the other person talk more than you, I feel like I've overlooked that aspect of having conversations with people. But yeah, I don't know. This was just a little short, little 30-minute video that I wanted to make today. Um, if you guys are new here, definitely subscribe. And if you don't want to subscribe, thank you for watching. Um, yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. Leave a comment if you made it this far. I just hope that you guys have genuine conversations and just open up to people that can handle your vulnerability. Be yourself. Just be yourself. Never try to change yourself for others. Um, listen more than you speak. Please do. Please listen more than you speak. You'll learn way more. Um, what else? Keep God first. Like, when you keep God first, everything else will come. And another thing, relax. Relax. When you relax, everything will come to you. So just relax, okay? Other than that, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next podcast episode. And y'all let me know. Do you guys like just the episodes with just me by myself, or do you guys like them with other people? Other than that, thank you guys for watching this video. Deuces.